Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're taking a look at the Solomon tank by Kaees. Put a nice little dragon on there. So really enjoying this for the last week or so. This is the Solomon tank by Kaees. We're going to take a look at it up close, and then I'm going to tell you what I think about it. Alright, today we're taking a look at the Solomon RTA. This is a pain in the neck box when it's all the way flat because that goes all the way down, so I am leaving it open. So you don't get to see the box closed, not that you need to. You get a nice little giveaway card here. I guess they're giving away, what is that, a t-shirt in there or something? Solomon RTA, there's just specs on there actually, and here they're giving away a chance to win a t-shirt. Let's take a look at it. I'll put the actual device aside and take a look at the contents of the box first, as I always do. You got your extra glass, you got a piece of foam, you got a piece of cardboard, you got a little vape band here, alright, and you got some, looks like some, cotton pad, looks like some emoji cotton. You got a couple of coils, let's see what the coils are, along with your O-rings, screws, and tool. Let's take a look at what these coils are up close here. Alright, let's see. So you're getting a couple of these coils to install, which we will. Let's take a look at the tank itself. So the tank itself looks like a lion face on there. I thought it was just like a happy face before I got it, but it looks like a lion face. Stainless steel here. You got a Delrin drip tip, but the drip tip, sorry about my band-aid, I know it's distracting. The Delrin drip tip, I wish they had gone with an 810. Top threading is very nice. Pop that open and you got your fill ports with a good O-ring around there. Certainly large fill ports, you'll have no problem there. Threading feels very nice. I mean, it feels, I don't know, it feels like thin metal by the sound. I don't know if you can hear that. But it feels good when you're closing it. It feels nice. So, airflow on the bottom. Does have a stopper. Goes from all the way open to all the way closed. Alright. And if you continue to turn it, opens up, standard velocity deck. Alright. Nice thing about this deck is when you put your cotton below the, when you put it through the holes, there's quite a bit of room underneath. Let me grab my tweezers. Explain what I mean without dropping everything. So when you're going to put your coils here, when you place your cotton down, I like that it's long down here because it looks like you could put your cotton down here and actually cut it right through here so that you have a nice straight flat part of the cotton over there. So that's what I'm going to do when I build it and see how that works out. Alright, but otherwise it's a very clean, simple, nice looking deck. Alright. So you can see there, very nice looking, clean. All right, easy enough to take out and work on. Show you, easy enough to take out and work on when still when the tank is still full, which is nice. Your tank can be almost completely full right up to there. That glass will stay on nice. Obviously I can wiggle it off if I want to now. I gotta clean that. You can wiggle it off, but it's tight. It really is tight. So you're able to take out your deck, work on your deck, put it back in with no problem whatsoever, except when I'm on camera and having a problem. But other than that, and a little bit of the stickiness on there, which I did from my Band-Aid. So I'm gonna clean that off, and then we're gonna come back and wick this. Alright, so let's throw this, let's take off the top here. Let's throw this onto here. Alright, let's grab those coils. Should have one here. Alright, got the coils. And we got our cutters. Alright, so they give you a little screwdriver tool there instead of an Allen wrench, which is nice. A little bit easier than twisting an Allen wrench. It's always harder to do with a camera in front of your face. but we'll make it work. Those coils are pretty good to start with. Make sure your center isn't touching the posts, or you can short it out. All right, what I usually do before I put it in the second time is bend it into place a little bit better so it's a little more accurate. All right, as you can see, the coil gets pulled out a little bit over there, but that's okay. We'll fix that afterwards. All right. Once you start pulsing it, I'm going to want to space out my coil a little bit anyway, so that's fine. Okay. Clip our leads here. Don't lose an eye when you're doing that. One. It's two. Don't know where that one went. All right. We'll, don't want to mess these up too much. See, one's a bit higher than the other. And it's pretty even there. Let's turn this device on. Let's see, it's reading a 0.21. Let's give it a few pulses. See a little uneven burning there. Much better for that side. These kind of coils can really just, get out of shape. It's getting better. You want to make sure they're pretty straight though, so your cotton will snag less, because unlike standard round build, like a single piece of wire going around, it's very easy for your cotton to snag on this when you're trying to put it in. Alright, it's glowing pretty good. I wish this one was a little bit better in the center here. Let's see. Alright, that's glowing pretty good. I got too much power on there, so that's doing fine. You can see there that that's pretty straight, no problems putting it in there, and it's pretty even. So let's let this cool for a moment, and then we'll wick it. That's better. So put that in there. Let's get another piece. Make sure it's thick enough this time. Alright, so we get that in there. It's the first time wicking this, so I want to go a little long. Make sure I have enough. This cotton, this Anglo Rabbit cotton really doesn't need a lot of combing. So we'll just do it a little bit, straighten up the fibers a little bit here. Trim that off. Let's see how it places. That feels pretty good. Feels like not too much. You can really put a lot in there. Of course, if you stuff too much, it's going to make it a lot harder for the juice to wick. But we have it wicked up pretty good there. Best I could do with a camera in my face. Wicked up pretty good. We're gonna see how that wicking does. Maybe it's too thick. Maybe it's, you know, if anything, it's too thick and won't wick as good, but we'll find out once I start using it. So I'm gonna go juice this up, start vaping on it, and then we'll come back and talk about how she did. Okay, so that wicking actually did not work out too good. So I re-wicked it, and I've been using this for about a week now, and the new wicking has worked out beautiful. So I wanted to show you the new wicking. Basically, the coils that it comes with, I actually measured the inner diameter. And the coils that it came with, the inner diameter of those coils was 3.2 meters. And the 3.2 meter coils, just too much, because when you put in a 3.2 meter coil, the amount of cotton you have to put in there was just too much for the juice flow holes. Boy, I got a little burnt there, huh? I overpowered that. That's why I was getting some bad taste. Well, I'm going to re-wick that as soon as we're done here. But when you put your cotton in there, in case you don't know, when you put your cotton through, your cotton has to be kind of snug in there, okay? It can't just be loose in there. I'm going to show you here. You can see how tight that is when I go to pull it. Kind of hard to show you, but it's in there. Aside from the burnt, because I just burnt that, I'm going to replace that. But that, when this was a 3.2 millimeter coil, I'm sure they just say it's 3, but I actually measured the diameter at 3.2. The amount of cotton that I had to put through there to be snug in there was too much for here, and it wasn't wicking good enough. These are 2.5 millimeter coils, standard Claptons, and it's just so much better. They're not even, you know, slightly spaced, but they're really not even spaced out. They were glowing perfectly. The amount of cotton going through a 2.5 millimeter coil was perfect to put in here. All right, so I'm going to re-wick this real quick and show you. But this build has been working beautiful. So let's put that down there. Let's get a little cotton off my hand. Get the juice off my hands. All right, got the juice off my hands. Let's get rid of this burnt cotton in there. A little too much power on that. Only one side burned. Let's dry burn those coils again. Make sure the coils are all right. Come on. All right. Alright, so we got the coils burning good again, and we're going to re-wick this. Okay, we're going to re-wick this. See, just a little bit of tension in there, maybe a little too much. Soaking up some of the juice already there. That's all that is. It was just a lot of juice all over here, and it's absorbing into the cotton. Put a little more of my Vapin' Swag lemonade. Great juice. Any one of the lemonade line that he has, all great. All right, and that has been the perfect build and perfect wicking on there. Man, that soaked up some dirty juice there, but I'm leaving it. All right, so you saw it up close. This is the Solomon tank by Kaees, or Kaees, Kaees. We'll say Kaees. It's a 24 millimeter tank, standard top fill, 4 milliliter capacity, standard 510 drip tip. Comes with this Delrin drip tip on there. Delrin. Did I say it wrong? Delrin. Why did I say that? With a Delrin drip tip on there, but you can use your standard 510s. Once I re-wicked it, not using the coils that it came with, I've been loving it. It's been working beautiful. I have a dual coil build in there now, which is coming out at 0.3, and I've been vaping it between 55 and 70 watts, and it's been performing great. Got some of my, where is that? Where is that? Yeah. Got some of my VSO lemonade in there, and Great vape. Beautiful vape. All the flavors coming through. I really like it. I don't have any cons to it. It's easy to build on. It's easy to fill. There's no juice flow control, but just turning off the air in the bottom. I have not had a single leak filling it. Let's turn it off now because I'm starting to open it without turning it off, and then it's going to leak all over me. So filling it is nice and easy. The threading is fine. Nice big fill ports, as you saw up close. I must have gone through, I'd say I've filled this thing 20 times already. I'm late on this review, and I've been using it for quite a while, and she's just been vaping great. And you got a little happy face lion on the front, so. Definitely recommend. No cons to it. Everything about it's been good. So it's a pretty simple answer at the end of the video after the up close. Salomon RTA by Kaees. Thanks for watching.